Nobody asked for this. That is the most honest thing you can say about the 2027 Ford Model T. Nobody submitted a request. Nobody filed a petition. Nobody sat in a focus group and said what the automotive world really needs right now is a resurrection of the car that started everything. And yet here it stands, white pearl paint, polished gold trim, canvas soft top, quad exhaust tips gleaming in the morning light, and the moment you see it in person, you understand immediately that nobody needed to ask. Some things simply need to exist. Here at Premium Automotive Reviews, where we have spent years asking what cars mean rather than simply what they do, we were not prepared for how this one would feel standing directly in front of it. Before we go any further, there is a decision Ford made about this car's powertrain philosophy that will divide opinions sharply the moment it becomes widely known. It involves a choice between honoring the original and genuinely performing as a modern machine. We will get there. First, just look at it. The proportions are unmistakably rooted in 1908. The separate front fenders curve outward with that characteristic rounded elegance. The long hood rises to meet a radiator grille finished entirely in polished brass-toned gold, and the overall silhouette carries that upright, narrow, deliberately vintage stance that made the original Model T the most recognizable automobile shape in human history. But nothing about the execution is historical. The pearl white bodywork is flawless, deep, layered, almost luminous. The gold accents trace every edge with a precision that communicates craftsmanship rather than decoration. The round LED headlights sit within their gold housings like jewels. The 19-inch multi-spoke wheels fill those arched fenders with a modernity that creates the most striking visual tension this side of any concours event. This car is simultaneously a century old and completely new. That contradiction is the entire point. The canvas soft top in warm camel, fitted with riveted brass detailing along every seam, folds away to reveal the interior, and what is inside stops you completely. Cream quilted leather covers every surface. The door opens with a satisfying weight, solid, deliberate, the panel gap tight, and you settle into a seat that is deeply cushioned and shaped with enough support to feel intentional rather than merely comfortable. The steering wheel is cream leather over a thin rim, the Ford oval badge at center finished in gold. Directly ahead, a row of circular analog gauges sits in individual gold bezels across the dashboard. Speed, oil pressure, fuel, temperature, clock. Each instrument face printed in a vintage serif typeface that connects immediately to the original car's design language. Below them, a modern touchscreen manages navigation, connectivity, and vehicle systems without visual aggression. It is integrated rather than imposed. The cabin smells of warm leather and something faintly woody, a scent that feels expensive without announcing itself. The ambient light filtering through the soft top canvas gives the interior a golden warmth that no artificial lighting system could replicate. This is a living environment built from a different era's values, unhurried, tactile, deeply personal. Now the powertrain decision. Ford's engineering team faced a genuine philosophical conflict with the Model T revival. The purest argument was for electric power, silent, clean, consistent with the Model T's original role as a democratic, practical, accessible vehicle for everyone. The performance argument was for a turbocharged four-cylinder, producing real torque and genuine exhaust character. Sound that the original could never make, but that a 2027 interpretation deserved. Ford chose the second path. A 2.3-liter EcoBoost four-cylinder, internally projected to produce approximately 310 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque, driving the rear wheels through a 6-speed automatic transmission. The exhaust, routed through those four gold-tipped pipes at the rear, has been tuned specifically for this car. Not aggressive, not loud, but present, warm, and deeply satisfying in a way that silence could never be. The controversy is real. A fully electric Model T revival would have been symbolically powerful. Ford chose character over symbolism. The argument for both positions is legitimate, and we will revisit it at the end. Start it. The four-cylinder catches with a crisp, immediate bark that settles into an idle that is smooth and low, the exhaust producing a quiet burble that drifts outward and fades rather than demanding attention. Pull away and the experience is immediately surprising. The ride quality, filtered through a modern independent suspension setup beneath those vintage fenders, is genuinely accomplished. Road texture comes through without harshness. The steering, hydraulically assisted and calibrated for weight rather than feedback, gives you a connection to the front wheels that feels appropriately old school without being vague. The throttle responds with a gentleness that suits the car's character. This is not a machine that rewards aggression. It rewards patience and presence. Open the throttle on an empty road, and the EcoBoost pulls with honest conviction. The exhaust note rising from that warm burble into something that has genuine musical quality. Layered, round, without the sharpness of a performance engine, and all the better for it. Each gear change from the automatic is smooth and unhurried. The whole experience is one of composed, confident, deeply pleasurable motion. The Model T revival is projected to reach market at approximately $185,000. That number is not for transportation. It is for meaning. For the experience of driving the car that democratized the world and seeing what that car becomes when given every modern advantage and no modern compromise on character. Whether it justifies the price depends entirely on what you believe a car is for. This car was built for the person who understands that automotive history is not a subject. It is a living conversation. Someone who has driven enough machinery to know that speed is temporary, but soul is permanent. Someone who believes that the most radical thing Ford could do in 2027 was look backward with complete honesty and absolute technical ambition simultaneously. Take this car down a quiet tree-lined road on a Sunday morning, with the top folded away and the sun finding those gold accents. That is its natural environment. That is the moment it makes complete sense. Before we close, a question worth debating. Should the Model T revival have been fully electric to honor the original's democratic spirit? Or does a combustion engine give it the character and soul that a revival genuinely deserves? Both answers are defensible. Both reveal something important about what we believe cars should be. Tell us in the comments. And subscribe if you want to be part of this conversation going forward. The 2027 Ford Model T does not simply revive a car. It asks whether we ever truly understood what the original was trying to say.